You're sitting in a cafe in London. You've worked hard to learn English. You understand the basics, you've built up your vocabulary, and you've even practiced some sentences in your head. Then the barista comes over. He speaks fast, really fast. You listen carefully, but suddenly, your brain freezes. The words are somewhere in there, just not when you need them. So you respond with something short, or worse, you just nod silently to avoid that awkward silence. And then you walk away thinking, I could have done better. Why couldn't I speak? That moment, the freeze, the panic, the silence, is familiar, right? It happens to every language learner, even the best ones. Because thinking quickly and speaking clearly in a language you're learning isn't easy. It's actually really tough. But here's the good news. We're going to talk about it today. How to stay calm under pressure. How to find your words faster. How to turn those moments of panic into silent victories. We're not just going to learn vocabulary. We're going to learn how to think like an English speaker, in real time and without stress. The big question we'll answer today is simple. How can you train your brain to react faster in English? And guess what? It's totally possible. And we're going to see how together. When we learn a new language, we often think the problem is our level. But it's not always about that. The real issue is what's happening inside your head when you need to speak. Your brain is listening, translating, searching for words, checking grammar, and all at once, it's scared of making mistakes. It's like opening 18 browser tabs at the same time. At some point, everything slows down. Sometimes, it just crashes. And that fear of sounding wrong? It makes everything worse. We worry people will judge us. That will sound silly or not smart. So we choose silence instead of risking a mistake. But here's the truth. This block is completely normal. You're not alone. You're not bad at English. Your brain is just trying to handle too many things at once. It's not weakness, it's a step. And like any step, you can move through it. You just need to understand how your mind works under pressure and how to help it react better. Let's explore some concrete techniques to train your brain to think faster in English. And the best part? It's simpler than you think. Here are 6 powerful yet simple tools to help your brain start thinking in English without translating. 1. Shadowing technique. Repeat after native speakers like a shadow follows someone. Listen to a short English audio, a podcast, a YouTube video, and mimic exactly what they say. Same speed, same tone, same rhythm. This trains your ear, your pronunciation, and most importantly, your reaction speed. 2. Learn whole phrases by heart. Don't just study single words. Learn full phrases you can use again and again. Examples. Actually, I think. Let me rephrase that. Do you know what I mean? These are your life buoys when your brain gets stuck. 3. Use filler words. They don't mean much, but they give you time to think. Phrases like, well, so, let me see. They make your speech more natural and give you space to form your next idea. 4. Think in pictures, not translation. When you hear the word rain, don't translate from your language. Picture raindrops, wet streets, the smell of wet earth. The more you connect words directly to images, the faster you'll speak. 5. Listen to fast English and summarize out loud. Watch a video or listen to a podcast, even if you don't understand everything. Then, speak out loud what you remember. Even if it feels messy at first, your brain learns to keep up with the speed. 6. Practice real conversations regularly. Chat with a friend, teacher, or language partner. Use apps or online platforms to simulate real-life talks. The more you practice under pressure, the less scary real conversations become. Now let's look at a real example. Because knowing is one thing, doing is another. Imagine this situation. Person A, did you enjoy the movie we watched last night? Person B, blocked up, yeah, it was okay. Silence. Sound familiar? You have something to say, but the words don't come fast enough. So you stop talking, and the conversation dies. Now let's try again with the tools we just learned. Person A, did you enjoy the movie we watched last night? Person B, fluent version actually. I found it a bit slow at the beginning, but the ending really surprised me. What about you? Person A, yeah, I liked it too, especially the actors. Person B, definitely. The lead actress was amazing. I think she'll win a lot of awards. See the difference? It's not perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary that makes the difference. It's the ability to keep going, even with simple sentences. Person B uses ready-made phrases. Actually, I think, definitely. Natural fillers. What about you? Simple reformulations instead of looking for the perfect word. That's what it means to think fast in English. Not knowing everything, but knowing how to keep speaking. Speaking a foreign language is like stepping on stage with a microphone. Even if no one is really watching, you feel like everyone notices every mistake. But here's a simple truth. No one judges you as much as you judge yourself. People don't expect you to speak like a dictionary. They just want to understand, and they appreciate the effort you're making. So remember, you have the right to make mistakes. You have the right to search for words. You even have the right to laugh at yourself when things go wrong. Learning a language isn't about being perfect. It's about continuing, even when you're not. So instead of saying, I need to be fluent now, tell yourself, I'm improving day by day. And every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, give yourself a quiet compliment. Because speaking in another language takes courage. And you deserve that courage. In the final part, let's talk about how to start applying all this today. You now have tools. You also have a little more confidence. But none of it matters unless you take action. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one technique from this episode. Try it for 3 days in a row. That's it. Not 1 hour a day. Just a few minutes. For example, try shadowing. Find a short English video and repeat the lines out loud. Learn a useful phrase like, actually, I think, and use it in your next conversation. Practice thinking in pictures. Every time you hear a word in English, visualize what it means. Start small. Start slowly. But start consistently. And if you want to go further, join our community of English learners on Whispering Words. Share, practice, and encourage each other. Remember, thinking fast in English is a skill, and every skill grows with practice. Thank you for listening to this episode of Whispering Words. Next time, we'll talk about how to keep a conversation going, even when you feel like you have nothing more to say. See you soon.